It's a big tune. It's just gone 1615 here on the big time. Sky Alpha HD. It's the first Friday pop-up with the Fire and Uncle Party Paulo.
Party P. Yeah.
We got Lemekwizi Wally Yeezy shooting the ting.
Yeah.
And our first guest is in the studio. We were equally surprised.
Yeah. Funny enough, I was second guess as well.
That's our second guest as well. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
So it was a tussle. Yeah.
Nice.
The coin flip.
Mr. Jin himself.
What's up, yo?
I'm gonna need you to come a little bit closer to the mic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. How are you doing, bro?
All good. Work, but we're good. How's everybody doing?
When you are not Mr. Jin, what are you called?
So many names, bro. Okay. So many names. But
what does your mom call you?
Let's say Tsukula.
Your mom calls you Tsukula.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure my feeling isn't like, Mr. Jin.
Well, she has her own name.
She's got her own things happening.
I'll keep that private though, because it's from like when I was young.
I almost went to it and I was like,
yeah.
Let me leave it.
Next thing, I'll have people hollering like that.
Yeah, like, nah. You don't know me like that, bro.
Yeah.
You don't know me like that. It's funny because one of our crit mans calls you like that, like generally.
Yeah, full time.
Yeah.
It's his thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I'm gonna deal with it.
I'm also like.
There are times I'm like, no.
Yeah, I'm like, does he know that?
Stop. Yeah.
Does he know that you're just like calling him that?
Yeah, but hey,
and he's like,
it is what it is.
Don't worry about all that.
Yeah.
Bro, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk gin and trout.
Yes, sir.
First, there's one tomorrow. There's an event tomorrow.
There is an event tomorrow.
Tell us about that.
Spoiler alert. There is a high chance because it's a garden-based event. It's a sip and paint edition. Okay. So what we like to do as Gin and Trout is we like to collaborate. So we're working with a company that does sip and paint events. Okay. Their real kick behind it is to use it as a therapeutic medium.
Okay.
You know we're not really good with hobbies here in Lesotho. So she's done an amazing thing where she's gotten these ladies together, sometimes as children, and she gives them the opportunity to release on canvas or on ceramic and paint, because this has been proven that it's actually therapeutic for people to do that. So I saw it fit and she saw it fit that we should partner up, create a very exclusive experience. It's not the kind of thing we're expecting hundreds of people. It's really a small, close-knit, safe space where people will get to have some libations, have some gin and then loosen the tongue a bit, have some good food, but then at the same time get to paint their story. Okay. There's also massages involved. So this is one of these pop-up events that we do. We do a series of pop-up events just to sensitize people to what Gin and Trout is about. So this one, unfortunately, because of predicted weather issues, because it's a garden party, we are looking at the weather and we're thinking, are we going to have to shift it? I know people always feel like, you're postponing, but at the end of the day, if you have a vision to do something and it needs to happen properly, you need to have the guts to be able to move it and know that you'll be able to pull it off when you move it. So I'm looking at the weather and I'm hoping that it holds. But we've been having this really erratic weather.
Yeah, the weather patterns are messed up. Yeah, also you don't want to ruin the people's experience.
Exactly. Yeah. You're there on a canvas, and canvas can fly with wind.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's about the people. This is one of the pop-ups that is a bit different. It's not so much about the festival, but it's really about people having that experience, that cathartic and therapeutic experience. So if it needs to move, we will move it. I'll let people know on the socials.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
When is the festival?
So the festival is in December. We have 2 iterations of the festival.
Right.
When I say 2 iterations, it's 2 events but 1 festival. So on the 8th to the 10th of December, we have a camping experience. One might wonder, why do we have a camping experience? First and foremost, the Lesotho Gin and Trout Festival is officially known as the Lesotho Gin and Trout Tourism Festival. Okay. One of the major pillars that we got is to push tourism, because we're trying to get people to come and party in Lesotho. Yeah. When I grew up, that was a thing.
It was very much a thing, yeah.
It was a thing. Guys would drive down from Joburg and
from all parts,
Botswana and Swaziland and Eastern Cape, and they'd come kick it here. Yeah. But things changed. But now we've come hip to the fact that we got all this beautiful scenery. I think the generation is realizing that Lesotho is a beautiful place. Yeah. It's just that there's not a lot to do. So with that, and realizing from last year that I actually am fortunate that I have 2 distinct audiences. Because normally people hear Gin and Trout and you'll hear them saying, I'm going to go buy an outfit, I'm going to go dress up, I'm going to go do this. But then also, you have this group of people who are like, man, we love the fact that you take us to where we can ride boats and do this, and we want to chill and wild out and not be too hectic because we want to just sip our gin. So I decided, I said, you know what, let me push myself a little further and do 2 events. So this camping experience, really, it's a showcase. LTDC approached me and they're like, dude, we think that your property would be fantastic at the Mohale Boating Center. I don't know how many of you have been, but you know, it's this beautiful jetty that overlooks the dam, and it looks like the ocean in the middle of the mountains. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's out of the thing.
So we're gonna be there. Music, gin, trout, good times. Campsite is there. The campsite's a bit further away, but on the campsite, just for those of you who are real campers, when you wake up in the morning, one of the first things you see is that amazing Mohale Dam wall. So really, it's a showcase of Lesotho. The first edition is really to just let Lesotho show off and let people enjoy themselves in a different sort of setting. Interestingly enough, I found that as I'm busy compiling the playlist or the music for that event, we find ourselves leaning towards a hip-hop orientation, and it wasn't intentional. But then I remember that this is 50 years of hip-hop.
Yeah.
So we're really now trying to play to that. We will have amazing musicians, house musicians, not musicians, house DJs, and have your piano DJs. But really, the performers that we're getting and the people who have expressed the interest to be up in there, it's a lot of hip hop. Some I can't say just yet.
Okay.
But you know, Turk is coming through. He's gonna be.
Yeah, we saw him.
Yeah. No. He's mad excited. It's great. We're excited for him. I'll say disclaimer. I think he's probably hottest in the L right now.
I've said it now a number of times. Like,
and probably hotter than the L. I think.
Yeah, he probably
his
is.
growth potential is quite crazy.
Yeah.
We have Uncle Fifth. He's there as the host.
That's why we had him.
Yeah, man. He's there. We got a lot of other things happening. People who ride boats, music, but at the end of the day, this is a chance for you to go and reconnect and, you know, feed that wanderlust that you got. So that's the camping experience on the 8th to the 10th, and then we have the festival. So funny story, I called it the gala at first, right?
Call it what?
The gala.
Okay.
You know, like unless you want me to say the gala.
Yeah.
But we have all this thing where, you know, people, when I wrote the gala, they were like, oh, so it's a gala dinner. And I'm like, no. And then I realized, damn, I don't think everybody knows what a gala is. So I'm like, damn, let's remove that name. But basically, it's the festival.
Yeah.
But the point behind this is really for you to go into a place and show up and show out.
Yeah.
You know, look really good, have really good food, be in a very beautiful setting. It's just a hugely immersive experience of excess, if that's the right word. So that's on the following weekend, which is the 16th of December, at Butlane Guest House. Okay. One of the most beautiful places I think that we have in the country. Nice, secluded Garden of Eden type vibes.
This is amazing.
But yeah, so those are the 2 events. Gin everywhere, trout everywhere, and good times all around.
I saw you doing stakeholder engagement in Mahal. That looked really awesome.
Oh yeah. The people who live there, and I think this applies to almost everywhere we got in the country where we have these beautiful settings. What we take for granted is that they're the guys who keep it like that. And it's so easy for us to just come in and be like, oh yeah, we're going to throw a party over there. And then suddenly we bring our bad habits from the lowlands and start throwing cans and things all over the place. And, you know, really trashing the area and then complaining later and saying, oh, it's a wheel. Involving the community is critical because when we talk about real life security in settings like that, I mean, we can get security companies and all of that, but real life security is when the community co-signs what you're doing.
Yeah, because nobody knows the area better than them.
Precisely, you know, and none of those ne'er-do-wells or undesirables will come down the mountain and start stealing people's stuff in the camping. You know, so you need to get them on side. But more importantly, with a desire to do this thing annually, you need to figure them in. They are stakeholders. They're one of the most major stakeholders. So we were there chatting to them about how we're going to take care of the visitors. They're very excited. I'm excited for them. I think they have a really big role to play in letting people know what Mohale is like as an area. And Mohale is still part of Maseru.
Yeah, it is,
That's
right.
But it's exciting because you know how in other countries you have down south, you have the north, you have all of this. There's a thing called hospitality that goes with the place. Americans like to call it like southern hospitality or northern hospitality. They have a way of doing things that side, and I can't wait for them to imprint that on the event. So yeah, that's what the stakeholder engagement was about.
No, it was dope. I thoroughly enjoyed that. tell us a little bit about the chefs.
Oh, okay. So we had amazing stalls last time. I mean, I must say, Basotho, I have this dream that Lesotho becomes a place that is known. I think right now, if you talk about two kind of meats we consume heavily, because cows are for ceremonial purposes, we're all about the chicken and we're all about the sheep. That's you know, when you're treating yourself, you buy lamb. That's the thing. That's your go-to. It's like a delicacy, so to speak.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about staple consumption, you're talking about chicken.
Gotta have the chicken.
Yeah. And look, now we have that avian flu thing going on.
Yeah.
So I always found it so fascinating that here we sit with this wealth of fish, and people don't even know that we have all kinds of fish in Lesotho. Like in the dams and the rivers, there's a whole lot of it. But the trout that we have is extremely special, and we all know about the water. The water is really special, but the trout right now being exported all the way to California, being exported to Japan. We live with this in our backyard, and this stuff is rich in omega-3. It's omega-3. It's healthy. It's almost like meat minus some of the problems. It's not as acidic, but basically, I have this image in my mind all the time of Basotho not really seeing who we are, because if we were as small as we are, I can imagine. You know about Mansa Kunda and stuff. You know those days where I think to myself, man, if you go to other countries and you tell people how much we eat lamb here, they're like, damn, you guys got money. Like, lamb's expensive. And now here we are, we can eat trout. Guys can go fishing, and all of this is really semi-affluent when you go around the world, but here this is stuff that's accessible to us. So the chefs are really excited. Last year we had like I don't know how many was it, eight different stalls, because people really don't know how to cook trout. They're not familiar with it. So our condition has always been, if you have a stall, you need to cook it a special way. No two ways the same. We had trout curries, we had grilled trout, we had trout burgers, hot dogs, all sorts of different ways that food was prepped, and it was really exciting. So this year we are taking it up a notch because we're dealing with that whole hedonistic release that we said is happening at Butling at the festival. So right now our stalls are going to be manned purely by chefs.
Okay.
So this means that we're expecting to be having top of the range, top game sort of taste of trout. Now, for all of those who are still into stalls, please do not worry. You are still accommodated for. You are definitely accommodated for. Mohale, that is your playground. Because also being a staller myself, I figured that it makes a whole lot more economic sense for someone to be at a place for 3 days and have a lot more earning potential than to come for 1 day in a competitive environment. So we're going to have around 5 or 6 chefs only. They are really now busy preparing their menus and
getting their menu right.
Yeah, some of them are even pairing the gin with the trout.
Okay.
No, it's gonna be something quite interesting.
Okay. You went to what is this thing?
Bushfire.
Bushfire.
Yeah.
And you took a whole team.
Yeah.
Just tell us about that as I quickly digress.
So I love sports, man. I love sports, but I can't play them. So I've always wanted to,
you can't do.
Yeah, you know. So I've always wanted to represent, you know. I think the closest I ever got to it was I was quite a good swimmer. But then I never followed through on that. Bit of chess, never followed through on that. But then I was like, damn, I can cook, and I'm like, I'm not a chef, but
the swimmer trout thing is quite interesting.
Yeah, it's a nice little.
It's quite interesting.
So I was like, this is a chance for us to go and represent the country. Bushfire is an amazing festival. I mean, 25,000 people per day, all over the world. You're talking about proper exposure, and they have this wonderful thing called the World Food Village. In the World Food Village, you'll get guys from Brazil, China, all over the place who come to cook. Obviously migrants, most likely, because I don't think somebody will fly all the way from China to come and cook at Bushfire. But they're there representing their countries. And every time I've been to Bushfire, I've never seen my country. So I found it exciting to say, you know what, if we're going to go, let's do some crazy, we're not allowed to swear on the radio, right?
Yes, you are.
Okay. No, let's do some crazy shit, because I was like, let's get a really young chef. What people don't know is that there's a gentleman named Chef K. He is the Lesotho representative for the Gastronomic Society of France.
Okay.
So that dude cooks with chemicals. Basically, like He will tell you how to make a marinade based off of the chemical composition of vinegar and salt and all these other things.
Dope.
And he makes crazy flavors.
Yeah.
Then we had Chef Gabriel. Chef Gabriel is a self-taught but really, really talented young chef out there. And then we had Dougie. I think a lot of people know Dougie.
Legend.
The legend.
Legend.
And for me, it was always special because I was like,
Yeah.
And it was dope, man, because people were quite ignorant around what's going on in the L. They didn't believe we have fish.
Okay.
They were like, where did you get it? You're landlocked. You don't have an ocean. And I actually had, there was actually a clip that we wanted to make into a meme where this guy came with his friend and he's like, where do you get fish from when you don't have the ocean? And his friend looked at him and stared his eyes open up really wide. And then I said, well, you get them in the river and the dam.
Yeah, the dam, yeah.
And it basically around 10 people around the store just started laughing at this dude. Like, yeah, dude, not all fish comes from the ocean.
Freshwater fish?
Yeah, you know. But it was a real eye-opener to see that there's a huge demand for what Lesotho has to offer, especially when it comes to the culinary arts. So having those guys there, working with those guys in the kitchen, I was honored, man. I'm no chef, but geez, we were cooking in that kitchen.
Yeah.
Man. Serving like 500, 600 plates a day, dude. Crazy. And our stall ended up being, I think, the second most popular store after Wing Republic.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Wing Republic is a thing.
It's a big thing. They're the number one sellers at Bush Friday year after year. But people would come on the second day from all over the place, England, wherever, and we started telling them about Lesotho and the festival. And guys were like, oh, okay, so you guys have a palate. You have food. Because people don't get the importance of food in tourism.
Yeah.
You go to France, people think you're going there to see the Eiffel Tower. People go there to go eat.
Yeah.
They go to the restaurants and they
nice.
go back. So I'm trying to get people to realize that Lesotho can be that place. We have this fish.
You know where the food is shit,
Where?
The US.
Ah, dude, it's paper.
Yeah.
So no offense to my people up in the US. I was there for Yali the other time.
Yeah.
So you know survival mentality.
Yeah.
You get there, I'm telling my guys, I'm with my guy from Namibia, one from Congo, and we're sharing a flat. And I'm like, guys, we need to go and buy grocery. Before we start drinking, before we do anything, we buy groceries so we don't go hungry. Because we don't know the lay of the land.
Yeah.
We went there, dude, and we bought meat and, staples.
Yeah.
I shit you not, bro. One, we fried meat and it tastes like paper.
You're like, what's going on
It
here?
looks red and everything, but it
Yeah,
tastes
but
like
it's
paper.
not, yeah.
The spices are horrible.
Yeah.
I see them on these cook shows and I'm just like, but
That's not...
which is why people export like
Yeah.
Robertsons and take them to people who like flavor. But then the worst part that scared the crap out of me is we were there for a month and a head of lettuce that we bought was still green.
It was still fine.
By the end of our trip.
GMO.
After
That's
2 weeks,
insanity.
I told them, I said, guys, we're not eating that.
Yeah.
Like, don't touch it. So yeah, the US, man, looks great.
It looks amazing.
But we got mad flavor here in Lesotho.
I got
It's
just sorry to digress, but just on the food being rubbish in America, I got a piece of advice from Seamus McCarthy. He says to me, eat only where there's an ethnic person.
Yes.
He says ethnic restaurants are the only place to eat. If it's an American place, you're not gonna enjoy the food.
And that's facts, but the Mexicans, the Chinese,
Yeah.
That's facts. Those guys who get up on
Ethiopians.
that.
Oh,
yeah.
man, that is-
Delish. Yeah, man.
What gin brands are coming to Booking?
Oh, okay. So this is now relevant to me as Mr. Jim.
Yes.
So it's another one of the things that I'm trying to get people to be sensitized to. No offense to our big brands, right? We love them. They pump in their product and
Yeah,
they
they
take
don't.
out our cash. It's all good. But as with anything, when you have a lot more effort put into it and you have fewer supply, it becomes what you term as craft, just like the beer. And when you have things like that, it means that there's a little more love put into each bottle.
Okay.
So one of the things that we are doing this year is that we have a huge focus on craft. I know that we will have a bar that features all the normal things where people say, no, I need my Gordons, I need my Tanqueray, I need my whatever. But for the tasting stalls, the idea is to expose people to flavors that they haven't found and truly delicious things. So we currently have, and the number keeps going up, even though I need to cap it, we currently have 8 craft gins that are coming.
Okay.
All of these guys, bar one, are award-winning in their own right. So these are guys who decided one day and woke up and said, I'm gonna make a gin,
Oh, yeah, we did.
and I'm gonna make it amazing, and they won awards for it. So we have like your native gin. We'll be carrying Lengana gin. We have Maluti gin. We have melodramatic. We have the names are also quite obscure. I don't have them offhand now. But, but basically, the beautiful thing for me that I gotta state is that all of our gins, I think 90% of our gins are made by people of our color.
Lovely.
And a lot of them are done by Basotho who are in the diaspora.
Yeah.
So as much as they're not produced here, these are people who have roots and connections with this country. And my view is that guys enjoy these flavors because this is not stuff you can find in a shop.
Yeah.
And that's actually the good thing. It's not necessarily the opposite that no. This is the really good stuff. The stuff that they maybe produce like 500 bottles only at a time. So it's quite exciting. I'm really excited because for the first time, I think this is our third year, but barring COVID, it would have been the fifth. The excitement outside the country is crazy. Guys are eager. They're talking about, I want to put up a stall. I want to do this. I want to come through because, we want to be in Lesotho. And I just hope that we as a people are ready to receive that and to take it for what it is, which is, man, this place can become Saint-Tropez, man. That's why I'm like, geez.
That's what it's supposed to be in actual fact.
Exactly. You know?
That's actually what it's supposed to be.
So yeah.
So how do we get tickets for the camping experience, and also is there like can I do both?
Oh, of course you can.
Go.
We've been getting this, and I think I'm gonna have a chat with Ticketbox. Shout out to them.
Is Ticketbox doing your thing? Oh, awesome.
Ticketbox, dude.
Brilliant.
Wherever I can, I try to support local because I think there's a whole lot there, and they have a fantastic product. That understands my needs as a Mosotho, so it's fantastic. Ticketbox is the main house of our tickets. Every single ticket that you want, you can find there for the camping experience, for the actual festival. There's even merch purchasing on their platform. But the best bit is that this year, they've promised me that we're going to be going cashless.
Yes.
So you're going to have your tag, you're going to go to your recharge station, you pay your money there, and then your tag is loaded with cash. And then you just keep tapping,
almost like
tapping.
Howler.
Just like Howler, exactly. Because I tried to talk to Howler to get them here, and then they expressed that, Lesotho's too small and it's too far. I was quite disappointed with that. But cool people. Yeah, but now Ticketbox has done the things. So if you go on Ticketbox, you can go to our website, that's gntfestival.co.ls, to learn a bit more about the country, learn a bit more about the festival, and then buy your tickets. Or you can go straight to Ticketbox, or you can go to Pick n Pay, Mazinote, and Pick n Pay Pioneer Mall, and hook yourself up with tickets. And the best part is they have a WhatsApp line. If you want to, I know it sounds strange, but believe me, it works. You just WhatsApp the number 5708-4896. That's 5708-4896, and start chatting to them, and they'll give you the ticket options, and then you can buy them. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunities to get tickets. I will say one thing though, guys. With the festival itself, we have a cap, right? So I do encourage you, please do not wait to buy the ticket at the door. This is one of the big problems that we have in our country, because I don't think people understand that it makes for difficulty for planning. You want great experiences, but then if you don't buy a ticket on time, we can't plan for you. Next thing, you have a glut of people at the gate who you want to accommodate, but then maybe they don't have seats, maybe they don't have whatever, and I don't want that for anybody.
The experience into it.
So we will be doing a Black Friday special on the tickets, both ways. Look out for them. Going to be a bit crazy there, so keep your eye on. But in the meantime, get your tickets right now before it's too late. We have 2 VIP areas in the festival this year. One is being done by Nedbank, the other one's done by Stanlib. These are not their VIPs. These are public VIPs. They are giving you their experience as brands, and that was one of my demands, to say, guys, if you're coming through, you need to be a part of this event. I don't want people who go and throw their own party on the side.
He does Nedbank's. He's like the face of Nedbank.
Oh,
That's
really?
Why he's excited.
Well, so I guess I'll be seeing you up there.
I guess you'll see us right.
But yeah, I think it's a new paradigm shift that people need to understand, that, we don't sit in ivory towers. We sit with people, and we chill with people, and we want people to be a part of us. So those lounges are almost done, hey?
Okay.
They're moving really fast, as is normal, I think. Sure. But we do have a cap. 700 people is the limit.
That's as good as it's going to get.
Yep. I'm not going to increase that because I don't want to cause people angst and, whatever, and feel pressed.
Mm-hmm.
So please don't think, I'll get my ticket at the door.
Yeah.
When they're gone, they're gone.
That's it.
Mohale is a much bigger area, much bigger space. Can accommodate a lot more people. So if you're into that and you want to dress in your polo chic theme, dress up a bit, please get your tickets as soon as possible. Don't say I didn't tell you. But yeah.
With the camping,
Mm-hmm.
do you have day passes or are you giving like a whole weekend?
Oh yeah, definitely. So let's not lie to ourselves, guys.
Yeah.
But I still don't like camping. Like I've been told you like antle.
Yeah, my parents were very hard.
I mean, even I don't.
I don't sleep outside.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Wasn't raised like them, man.
Yeah, you see?
I know I'm like the quintessential not like thingy, but nah.
So there's definitely day passes. We even have bus shuttles
Okay.
that'll be moving in the
nice.
mornings. So you pay your you buy your tickets and then you'll call.
Okay.
Glogovana's working with us on that. They're gonna give us these shuttles. Then you go, really affordable shuttles, $180 return. So that's not crazy
Yeah.
exorbitant fee.
Yeah.
It'll leave in the morning at 3 times. It'll come back in the evening at 3 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got that. Day passes, weekend passes, they're there. If you just want to come for the day, because the main day really is the 9th, Saturday,
Okay.
where like we have jam-packed everything.
Okay.
Okay.
We do have a Friday night, and like I told you about collaboration that I love. Friday night is, ironically enough,
Friday action night. Yeah.
Only.
Friday night, just like that.
Yeah.
On Friday night, we've partnered up with Bawan.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah.
we're doing Bawan karaoke Friday night.
Bawizi.
Wow. So for those of you who enjoy Bawan karaoke on Friday night, we're literally moving all of that to the lakeside, to the dam side, and we're doing that thing. Then you can sleep, wake up in the morning, and do the whole festival
Get
thing.
into it.
So yeah,
Get into
day
the bar.
passes are available, weekend passes are available, tickets for transport are available. We're trying to make sure that we got all the bases covered.
That's it. But like singing weekend special by Brenda Fassi by Lakeside. Wow.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know why. Like, do you sing Brenda Fassi a lot?
It just makes sense.
It's just
when you
the
said
one,
Friday
yeah.
night, it just sounds.
Oh, yeah,
it makes sense. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Mr. Jin, thank you for coming and hang out with us, bro. We are really looking forward to the Gin and Trout Festival
No doubt, man.
for both weekends, both events.
Hell,
Look forward to it. We'll see on the socials whether or not we are proceeding tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we'll
I'll let everybody know.
let us
Please
know.
take heart. We try to make sure that we do immersive experiences.
Yeah.
So if something is off, we'd rather chill on it than try to push it forward and then cause a bit of a commotion. But thank you guys for having us. And to all of you, I don't know what you call them. Are they Sky Alphas? What do you call the people that listen?
Just the listener, bro.
Just the listener?
Yeah.
Coin that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, Sky Alpha, that's some nice shit. People be saying, like, I'm an alpha. You know,
There you go.
that's some cool stuff.
Yeah.
So thanks for listening in. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Come through Lesotho Gin and Trout Festival, premier beverage and food festival, showcasing the beauty of the country. Love
Wait,
y'all.
before I forget, your website. You said
Oh,
GNT, right? How do you spell the N? Is it N?
GNT.
Like the letter N.
The letter N.
Okay.
GNTfestival.co.ls.
Right. Okay.
That's where you find everything you need to know.
All right.
Mr. Jin is out of the building.
Peace out, y'all.
Minutes to 5 on the big time here on Sky Alpha HD. It's the first Friday pop-up with the Fire and Uncle Party Paulo. What a vibe there is in the stew because it brings cash. Mr. Gin and Trout has now left. We have replaced Gin and Trout with the Bandits. Hello, ladies.
Hi.
How does it?
We're easy. We're
Yeah,
blessed.
even that deep voice is a lady. All three voices are
Oh
ladies.
wow, of course. You had to mention.
I'm Batman. Yeah. How's it going, ladies?
We're nice. We're blessed. We're easy.
Shouldn't you guys be
Happy to be
training
here.
now?
No, on Sunday.
We get a blessed 2 days off of training,
Oh,
which is
really?
Friday, Saturday. Yeah. And
Okay.
then Sunday is the main match day.
That's the hard work.
That's the real deal right there.
Okay. Introduce people to the Bandits. Who are the Bandits? Who or what are the Bandits?
Okay, so the Bandits Netball Club.
Okay, let's do this actually. Introduce yourselves first, then you can introduce the Bandits.
Okay, I am Diapolomodoleki, aka Coach Kepi. I am
Kepi.
the fitness coach of the Bandits Netball Club.
Alright.
My name is.
Oh, no, don't my name is.
Yeah.
I am Momo
You are
Takalokwala.
Batman. You are
Yeah,
Batman,
aka
yeah.
Batman.
Yeah.
And I am also a coach and fitness coach, the Bandits Netball Club.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my name is Nthabisemphohleng. First of all, I'm unfit. I'm just a participant of the Bandits Netball Club.
You're
What's
just-
your position?
The Netball Club
Team.
manager. I'm the
Netball
team
club
manager.
something.
I'm the team manager.
Okay.
Yeah.
My goose was also supposed to be here. I don't know what became of that. Because she also plays for the Bandits.
Yes, she
she
does.
She's only just started playing netball. We were learning the rules together. Literally a
Nice.
week after she started playing for the
That's
Bandits.
good.
So,
She's doing
Better
her
late
For
homework.
than
the
never.
progress.
Yeah.
Better late than never.
better late than never.
Exactly.
Okay, introduce the Bandits to us.
Okay, so the vision of the Bandits actually came together when we were doing CrossFit. This is now Momo and myself.
Mm.
We did CrossFit together, and then we decided to kind of do a social experiment and see if we can apply this fitness to an actual real-time sport.
Mm.
So because we all had played netball, well, myself and her and some of the people that came from that CrossFit background, we had played netball before in high school, so we thought, yeah, let's see if we can be competitive. We want to give it to these girlies in the league, and that's where it started.
Okay. Sorry, I'm going to ask you to speak into the mic there, Kippy. I don't think the people heard you. Okay. No, you don't,
Heard you.
you didn't need to do
Am
the
I
whole thing
clear?
again. Yeah, now you're good.
Okay, great.
Yeah, now you're good.
So then we decided to get a collective of kind of people our same age, young moms in their early 30s, although
Yeah.
that's how it started. There's a lot of people now, older and younger,
Yeah.
and we decided to give it a go. And this past Saturday, we had our first ever tournament.
First tournament.
And we kind of kicked, boop. I don't know if I can
You can.
do all that.
You
Okay,
can.
we
Yeah.
kicked ass a little bit
Yeah.
for our first time. So let me hand over to Coach Momo.
Wait, so before you get to handing over,
Yeah.
I watched you guys grow. So because we were playing touch rugby, we had like an established thing going.
Yeah.
And we were still playing like 5-on-5. And I watched, I think it was like the 4th week I came to you guys and you had like 30 people there. I won't lie. Tinge of
A
jealousy.
little bit hurt.
I was like, but
Yeah.
these folks just started. And you guys, your numbers really grew quickly.
They really did, and I think it's a testament to kind of the energy, and I think to start with touch rugby, you know, we've all been watching and been inspired, and I think it kind of was contagious, and everyone is feeling, it feels like in this moment, a need to go back to their sport, a need to go back to doing other stuff, like yes, lifestyle and alcohol, we all love it, but we just wanted to do something different, a bit more productive.
Sure.
And you know the power of women, right? Women we can come together and create a collective. And so we thought, netball, this is our thing. Let's create a little community, a fitness community where we not only share about the sport, but we're trying to get these women fit
Sure.
for life. Because a lot of us are young moms or we
Yeah.
just got married, and the demands of day-to-day life have been, you know, a bit much. And some people aren't comfortable with getting into the gym. So we really just wanted to do a holistic kind of community. And from week to week, it grew. And we started first with netball. Now we have netball. We have a post-yoga session.
Wow,
We're
okay.
starting Friday night games. There's a lot going on for us, but it goes beyond the court. It goes to lifestyle as well. So we're going to do a bit more expansion into the lifestyle as well. Yeah.
Wonderful. Tell us about your first game before you go to the tournament. Tell us about your first Friday night lights.
Oh my God. Okay. So Coach Kepi, like she had mentioned, we wanted to apply strength training to a sport. So of course we used netball as our sport that we were familiar with. And listen, that first game showed us flames. One, the coach knew me.
Coach rocked up late.
No, the coach. I'm saying the coach of the opposition team.
Okay.
He knows me. I'm the one that's like, hey, can we get a friend?
Yeah.
You know, this friend. He was like, let's fight. Let's do it. All right. So the people that gym at Le Hagwe were already like, hey, man, we see the ladies. Now, you guys are probably going to beat them up. We've seen you guys a little training session. Some of you CrossFit, blah, blah, blah. We got there.
Yeah.
And it was experience versus experiment.
Okay.
It was experience versus experiment because
Yeah.
but you know what it taught us that game? It taught us that one, don't be late as the coach.
Yeah.
But two,
And
it
stop
also
there.
taught us that there's a lot to still learn from this netball community. The ladies that we played with, so that the experience wins all the time. Experience will always win. We came in there big-headed, we're younger, we're fitter, we thought.
Yo, there was the one chickie who, anytime she got the ball, on the opposition side, I think she was the WA. Yo, she was
eating us up.
Nah, she was having yolks for breakfast. No, she was
That
having
was
yolks.
the GA.
That was the GA, the goal attack,
It wasn't the WA.
Yeah.
She was having yolks. I was like, yo. But you guys got lots of opportunities and just didn't convert.
We didn't have shooters at the time.
Okay.
To be honest, we don't have shooters.
However, I would like us to not dwell onto the past.
No, look, I said to my goose, you learn more from a loss than from a W.
Yeah.
So you must be thankful for the L's.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think my husband also said the same thing to me, where he was like, "You guys look good in training, and I'm just ready for you guys to have your first loss because then you can actually gauge where you
know
are,
where you are,
know where you can build from, you know where your strengths and
you know where you actually are."
So Shane, we've been getting humbled.
Yeah.
But we're improving every time. And
that's
we
what's
just come off our
important.
first W actually. So the girlies came up.
Okay, let's talk about that W.
That
You were at Roma for a tournament.
Sin City.
Yes.
Sin City, show no pity.
Oh,
is that how
and they showed no pity.
And they showed no pity. Tell us about the tournament. How did it go?
Ooh, if I may. So I'm gonna start on Friday before we got to the tournament. So we had a little idea of doing, you know how Americans are big on sport, like they're big on everything sport. So like me and KP like drawing inspiration from Americans in terms of sportsmanship and the crowd that follows and believes in their teams, right? So like, hey, here's a fun idea. Let's have like a little team building bonding session whereby we do like poster cards and go team and go whoever, and let's pick certain players that we want to get their names remembered and recognized at the tournament. Okay, let's try. We have a player, her name is Tibu, but we call her TikTok. So we had like a poster thing with TikTok on, go Kani, go Bandits, and we wanted to bring out the whole experience of going to a sports game. Having those cheers, having the placards, having go team things that we know or we haven't even seen in any other sport being done when people go out there and support theirs. So we got out there, went into the tournament with those little placards of ours. When we got off the bus, when we got to the courts, I got off the bus and I went to KP. I had a little emotional situation there. I hugged her for like a young thug minute. Some little tears came out, thugs were thugs.
Solitary thug tears.
Yeah, but then it felt real because we literally would talk about this days on end when we used to CrossFit like 4 months ago. And for us to be at our first tournament like we was, like that when we got there, please. We just felt like, all right, we're in the big time. We're here.
Yeah.
We're here. Yeah. So let's go out there and get the experience. I was even telling some of the players that, guys, we're here to network. You're going to watch other games. You're going to be inspired. Just go out there and ask people questions. Go out there and make connections, change numbers. Let's make alliances moving forward, male and female.
Why are these oaks laughing?
I don't know. Why are you laughing? Irene and the other oaks.
Yeah.
She's popped my boy getting in.
Yeah, out here.
Pop champagne.
Living her best life.
Someone is a massage.
Yeah, someone is a massage. Okay. That sounds really dope. And the tournament was in support of breast cancer.
Yes, it was. Yes,
very important.
Yeah,
very
so we
important
got an invite from the Lesotho Netball Association to participate in
Who
this
even knew
tournament.
that the Lesotho Netball Association?
Ah.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you
Oh,
did?
Okay, somebody in the studio
Okay.
did.
Sorry, Lemekwizi.
So we got that invite, and it was actually more than we expected, because I think in the same way we were maybe not as aware about the sports culture, and that was another big thing that was huge for us in the formulating of this idea, was that we've gone to school in SA, And so we've seen kind of the infrastructure of the games and how they structure the schools, that they create a way of developing and identifying talent from such a young age, right? So your kids in pre-K are already playing touch rugby, they're playing hockey, they're playing, you know, all these different types of sports, so that once they get older, they're already in the funnel to get into more developmental and more coaching. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So we wanted to bring that culture here. We wanted that infectious nature of just going to a rugby day or going to a school sports day. You know the vibes when it's like the brides outside, the parents are there, the old boys are there drinking beers, and it's like that was a huge part of actually creating the team as well, because we wanted to create a community where we could make it inclusive to families, right? We have young kids. I have a young child. Momo has a slightly older child than mine. But I was thinking about how are our children going to get recreation? What are they going to do for entertainment?
Sure enough.
We have gone and seen the best of the best in SA, I would say. And we just wanted to bring a little piece of that here. We wanted to create an environment where you can bring your kids, you can come with the family, and just kind of enjoy sports for what it is. So when we got there, we were very surprised by the outcome. There were so many people, so many teams. There was so much support of the sport, even though the Netball Association did express that the sport is dying in the country. So our presence there was really important for us, because we wanted to bring change in the sport of netball in the country. We just wanted to bring a fresh energy. So we got there and we saw a myriad of teams, from young kids in high school to the kind of older ones, and we received so much love, we received so much support. Lost 2 games but won the last one.
Won the last one.
Come on, that's
big
the
W,
thing.
baby.
Come on.
Come on now. We'll take that.
And one day we'll tell you the real story behind how we won that game.
Yeah. Real story.
Yeah, no, we had a unicorn situation that we cannot say right now, but how we're gonna tell that story one day, people are just gonna be like, jaw drop.
Yeah.
Also, for context, the first game that we played against the NUL Rovers.
Yeah, it's not professionals.
They were giving us the business. But at the end, the score was 20-11. So respectable. That team, we fought really hard. Second, okay, we're not gonna get into the second.
No, that second game we have to get into. I hate getting into it, but whoa, that team. Let me tell you something.
High School.
Let me tell you something.
The shit out of you guys.
No, they were present. There was some point in the game where we weren't even moving where we were, some of us. I was just like, you know what, let's just go in that side, and you know when you just turn around, you already know it's in. You don't even have to change. Just go back to your position, reset, get back into it. It was humbling. I'm
telling Paolo about touch rugby on Wednesday. That's what happened to us. We played the old guys against the lighties.
Oh, of course, the
lighties. We were talking shit like at the beginning.
As you should, because you think you know.
And then eventually we just said, nah, these are just a chance.
Actually nice.
Yeah,
and now we can't wait to come. You know, actually your goose. Yeah, your goose actually said, KB and them's team.
They don't even run.
They don't even run. They're just slow pacing them. We could probably chew them up. You guys are gonna teach us before the end of the year, because Sunday touch rugby has been a big inspiration for Sunday netball. And if you know very well, in high school, primary, netball, rugby would go hand in hand. Like in my primary, if we had a game with whatever primary school, it was the first team rugby and the first team netball going to play to that game. So I like that. It just automatically happened that we so happened to train on Sundays together. So I'm like, hey man, how building that fan base for each other would boost and bringing numbers to each other's games.
Cross-pollinate.
Cross-pollinate. Yes, sir. That's what we're big on. Ooh, Oxford. So we can wait to host you guys on our home court.
It's going to be awkward because we're going to beat you at netball.
So you guys say.
And then we're going to tell you to 0 on...
Not to 0, come on.
Honestly.
So I had a close look at... Who's that guy there? The Springboks? Who's our guy there?
Oh,
that's
no.
awesome. It's awesome that you don't even know
Cheslin. We had a good look at Cheslin throughout the World Cup, and bring it on.
Yeah, it's going to be...
sports work.
Hey?
Bring it on.
That's not how sports
It's not really how it works.
Oh, really? You think I can absorb it from the TV? You think okay, but sports is gonna work when you're at the netball court, please.
Of course.
So we lift real weight. Some of us real weight.
It's gonna be real awkward when we tell you.
I'll be scrumming in there because that's where the problem might
It's
be.
gonna be real awkward.
You must give us Paulo and them. I could lift him. I
You
could
probably
lift him.
could.
I could lift him up.
I think you
But I could step you.
could.
You
Yeah.
think we don't pivot, homeboy? You think we don't do the knock down?
Not
Yes,
like
folks are
mine.
taking chances.
Yo,
right now.
the fight in
Yo.
talk has started. We haven't even gotten to that part yet. We were still talking about your guys' victory and losses in the tournament. So what did you guys learn from the tournament?
That Barbie season is over.
It's time to work.
When I say Barbie season, those cute little Sunday sessions whereby people rock up late, people have the wrong attitude, somebody was probably turning up last night, now they're feeling a bit sick when the court, it's done.
Yeah.
Everyone saw there that the jig
She's
is
busy
up.
vaping as you're saying that.
Like,
How do you
everybody
feel about
saw-
that?
You know? So
Ananelo would have a couple of words or two for her.
Wait, let me. In my defense,
Oh, God.
I can do everything on Friday. Tomorrow is rest day because Sunday it's on. So trust me when I say to you,
So then
if I
it's-
wake up on
So
Friday
then that's
morning
you.
and start drinking,
Yeah.
my man knows. Like everybody knows. Listen, this person is only drinking for today. Tomorrow, which is Saturday, I don't do nothing because I'm resting for Sunday.
Because it's a big day coming up.
No, it's serious. I am detoxing. I'm not trying to hear nobody telling me about turn up on Saturday.
Sebenzo tashiwe. Yeah.
To see what we did, guys, we're transforming people's lives.
It's transformed.
But it is also true that the healthy body will ultimately the mind will also get healthy.
Yes, sir.
Facts.
The two go hand in hand.
That's why we even have yoga, because you asked us now, what did we learn from that competition? There's some stuff that we also brought with, that we also teach ourselves at our sessions. For instance, the banter that was happening outside the court when Zamazama was busy doing us up for pizza. Listen, man, the fact that we have yoga every time when we warm down, it teaches us how to block out the noise so that they don't get into your head. And maybe some of our players aren't even aware why we even do the yoga, but keeping you in your zen every time when you're in a game, off court, even when you're at home, even when you're at work, whatever you're doing, being able to ignore any noise that could distract you and whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. That's why we have the yoga at the end of our practice sessions, so that everyone leaves there in like a holistic namaste situation, all zenned up with the proper frequency, so you can take on the next day and the next challenges. So I will tell you that taking yoga there, and we actually did a little bit of yoga before we played our last game. I think that's how we got to get back into our power, because individually, the first team, we were moving away from one another and we were just getting in our zone individually, and it was showing that now we're trying to get back into what do we train, what are we bringing here, who are we, why are we here, are we seriously living here without a win? And that, with the unicorn, of course, won us that last game. So we learned a lot. We learned that we're really far behind in terms of strategy wise, like we don't have strategies yet, but fitness, we've improved so much in just 3 months. I'm scared what's going to happen by June next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tabi Singh promised me a 6-pack by December.
Which December?
This one.
I did not promise you a 6-pack. I, however, did promise you a flat stomach. So that's what you're gonna get.
Well, we'll see. we'll see about all that.
Stomach's in the making.
I
What-
want a 6-pack of beers. I want it.
You'll take a
That's
6-pack.
immediately where my mind went, but that's good.
You guys practice every Sunday?
Every Sunday, 2:30.
Every Sunday, 2:30 at
Maseru Club.
Club.
Yes, sir.
And then you play games?
We're getting more into friendlies now, so
Okay.
we're hoping Friday nights are
Friday
gonna be
night
our
lights.
game nights.
Oh, they are.
Friday
It's
lights.
confirmed.
It's confirmed.
Yeah,
Friday we play at Lehakwe.
Yeah.
Friday.
It's been one of our things to like, before you guys go for your drinks or sundowner situations, we want to bring back the culture of going to a sports game on a Friday night. You know how Americans have Friday night
Friday
games,
night lights,
football.
literally.
Yeah, you understand. So
Yeah.
that's what we're also trying to do. We're hoping rugby rules have one of those. But challenges is that we don't have lights at sports facilities that we train at. So yeah, but
It was
it'll grow.
actually awesome to be at your guys' Friday night nights. It was a cool vibe. Yeah, it was like a really cool vibe.
Yeah.
Like,
Really?
nice, wholesome, like chill. Yeah, it was cool. I enjoyed it.
It's great because everything that we do now is so wholesome. Like I was
Yeah.
telling Momo earlier, like we were coloring and doing kind of
Yeah.
color therapy, and now
Yeah.
we're doing Friday night lights, and just not drinking on a Friday is also huge.
That's a
for
big thing,
us
yeah.
here on this side of the world.
It's a really big thing.
And the discipline
Also, yeah.
is there. Like the ladies are really giving it their all. So yeah, it's all wholesome and cute, and like we love it. We
Okay, so
hope to make it
let's then talk about this December sports off. Netball versus touch rugby.
bigger. Okay.
So we play you guys at netball the one day, and then play touch rugby the next day.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wait,
Next
next
day or next
day
week?
or next week?
No, the next day.
It can't be next day.
Back to back.
We
Back to back.
We're gonna have to.
we need recovery.
You don't need to come in.
No, we do.
Also, we need to maybe get into like do research on the touch rugby. Have our
We've
level.
started.
My friend, we need to do some blue 16s. Hut. We need to get
Also, I feel
into.
like
We
it
need to
would
punt.
only be fair for like maybe you to come teach us like the basics.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
one week.
Both ways.
Both ways.
Yeah,
Right?
Because
So, yeah.
we literally don't know the rules. We don't know what's happening. in the
Exactly.
netball.
So in order to make the session work,
Yeah, so
you
we'll
guys are gonna
we'll
come-
have to come and
and
watch, and then you
practice
guys will
with
have
us.
to
Yeah.
come.
Yeah.
We'll have
So
to
one
come.
practice session
Practice.
Yeah,
each.
one practice
What
session.
each, and
And
then
then
from
the
there,
game day.
Yeah.
everybody does their
Then-
own
then-
research
yeah.
so that we can do some
Yeah.
blue 16 stuff. Because
And
I
then
need
we've
to
got.
punt.
I think we've got. So Trey's wife plays. Tato's wife plays with you guys.
Tata's wife. Who's Tata?
Who's Tato?
Trey.
The husband to the person.
Yeah,
I
husband to
can't,
the-
now I can't remember her name,
Rhythm
but Trey's wife plays,
Okay.
and then
Okay.
my wife, and then I think. I wonder if there's another partner. No, I think it's just the two of us. But it'd be nice. Like it'll be a nice little rivalry to have. Like,
Yes. Also,
Also, we know
love
that-
doesn't live there, guys. When you are rival.
Oh, and also my wife and I are super competitive. So
Okay, I get it.
Neither one of us
Her
are gonna.
banter on you is intense.
Yeah,
She
neither one of
don't
us are
see
gonna-
you for
Yeah.
shit when it comes to sports.
Nah,
Also, your wife is naturally very fast, so
she's not.
Oops.
And
You
that
don't
should-
know.
No, I do.
she's faster than you. I can bet.
I know for a fact she's not.
Also, her improvement on the game is intense.
We just to show you my wife and I's rivalry. I think we'd been dating about 2 years, and we were in Cape Town. We did like a swim off, and she was very sure that she'd beat me, and I was bigger than I am now. And I was like, I promise you, you're not gonna beat me, and I promise you, she didn't beat me.
Swimming. What stroke were we going for here?
We were doing crawl.
Freestyle.
Yeah, freestyle. But I'm faster than her. I'm faster than her. I'm bigger than her.
First of all, you went to an all-boys school,
Correct.
and obviously you did this gala thing
Correct.
repeatedly, so you knew it wasn't even
That's
about
very
size.
local.
You you were on some. You
But
probably threw.
It's
that
the
thing
same
in
as it's the same as this. Like you so like you see us like we're old. Like a lot of us are in our 40s.
experience.
Still gonna kill you. Like,
Experience.
yeah, that's billion.
Cannot wait to.
It's gonna be
some,
awesome.
We're gonna be Shelly and Fraser prizes when we come to that touch rugby. Let me tell you something. It's touchdowns only. All right.
So I think there are 3 guys in their 40s, and then 2 of us that are just outside. But then we've got the young guys, and the young guys are gonna make you guys look silly.
I want them here now. Because, let me tell you something. Some of your young guys
Yeah.
actually gym where we gym now. And
Yes,
even
yeah.
the bare minimum of the exercises that KP was showing them,
Yeah.
they were eating them
can't
up.
do them.
No, the exercise was swallowing them. So please don't tell me about the young guys. We are the young guys.
Guys, it's gonna be awesome. Thank you so much for coming into the studio. Congratulations on this awesome effort. I think it's really cool. I dig seeing your guys' posts afterwards and seeing the spirit that's going on. I don't think there are enough people who are not drinking on a Friday night. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We need to have more people
Not drinking.
not drinking on a Friday night. Let's just
endorse that.
let's
fair.
try and
I
find
hear
a
you.
let's try and
Heard
find
you.
a way to.
As face and voice of brewery, I can't endorse that. You're taking food off our tables.
You'll be
You're
fine.
putting it on- That's it.
you and the brewery will be fine.
it's a
I promise
COVID.
you. It's just continue after 5 on the big time. Thank you guys so much. That's
you for
Momo,
having us.
Tabi Singh, and Kepi. They have been in the stew because it brings cash.
I'm that man.
You're back again on on the courts on Sunday.
Yes,
Sunday,
sir.
10:30.
They must come watch. Just come and
They
have
must
a
come
nice
hang out
afternoon. Yes.
at Masari Club. All right. Frankly speaking, this is one of the best albums that Lesotho has ever produced. It is Frankly Appa with Dumelang.
Can I do a request?
You can request.
Bandits. I'm
First
gonna need
of
a
all,
R. Kelly situation.
No, you were no. She was not in the bus
You
when
can
I was
go
doing
request.
my ad libs.
No, I'm with the super.
I know. I cannot keep. I know it.
Quaid.
She's a queen.
The phone was on point. Even Vanessa was enjoying it. She was like, "No, why are we listening to these songs?" All of a sudden, she's now singing with this song.
What is your request?
Is this the theme of the Friday?
Definitely. Yeah, the theme is just local, so it doesn't have to be
Ooh,
Don't
gonna go.
call me.
Is there still more dope in your car?
This is my moment, but like I have to choose the perfect song. Listen, Mokapa Party in the building.
Play that
Okay.
one, Yakila Bashani.
Oh yeah, we can do that one.
By Mokapa Bands.
No,